Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning to my channel. I am Valery Molone, leadership coach and motivational speaker. In this episode, I am going to talk to you guys about how important it is to become independent emotionally, physically, and financially. Now, for those of you who know me, everything that I know in my life, everything that I do, everything that I teach, I learned it on my own. I had nobody to guide me. I had nobody to tell me what's good and what's not, what to do and what not to do. Unfortunately, I experienced that in my life. That's why I wanted to take this time and tell you guys and give you guys some tip. And why is it so important to become independent physically, emotionally, and financially? Because I've actually experienced it. I've actually know it. I know how it is to depend on somebody physically, emotionally, and financially. So I experienced all of that and I learned a lot, and I would like to share this with you. Let's start with why should you be independent physically. Now, it's very obvious that we exercise, we eat healthy, we drink a lot of water because we want it to look good and we want it to feel good. And some people have a hard time exercising, eating healthy, or doing yoga or getting enough sleep because they're always so busy. And trust me, I was one of those people, especially when it comes to workout. I literally hate working out. If I never work out in my entire life, I would be the happiest person alive. But when we're young, we have a lot of energy, we look good, and we don't take it very seriously. Our metabolism is fast, we can eat whatever we want. We don't really think of the whole picture of why it's so important to physically be fit and feel good. And that's okay because everybody's thinking this way. A lot of people think this way because when we're young, we don't really know a lot about health. We don't really, because you can eat, since your metabolism is so fast, you really don't gain a lot of weight. And what happened is that for those of you who hate exercising or working out or eating healthy or trying to get enough sleep or simply do meditation, I have to tell you one thing. I know how you feel. I didn't like it, and you have to find your why. You have to find your why. Why are you doing it? I know that you want it to look good. I know that you feel good, but there's a bigger picture to that. And that bigger picture is that everybody will get old. Believe it or not, you, I, everybody's gonna get old. And if you do not take care of yourself while you're young, as you get older, that will add up to your age, to your feelings, and to your physical body. So for example, if you are not exercising when you're young, as you get older, you will gain weight. And when you gain weight, it'll affect your hip, it will affect your knees, it will affect your blood pressure, it will affect your cholesterol, and slowly, you're gonna develop all these chronic illnesses. And what happened when that happened? You need somebody to take care of you. You need somebody to, if you are overweight, and I've seen a lot of people that are overweight, they need somebody's help to pick them up, to put them down. And there's nothing wrong with that. But doesn't it feel better if we can do it ourselves without anybody's help? Think about it for a second. If you wanted to live your life longer and healthier, you need to take care of yourself in a very early age because you don't want to get to that point. You don't want to get to that point that by age of 50, by age of 55, by age of 60, you need somebody around you to do things for you because now you have a high blood pressure, you have a high cholesterol, you have a diabetes, your knees are hurting, your hips are hurting because you did not take care of yourself when you were supposed to. So when I think about that, and like I said, I did not like working out and I still don't like working out. But when I think about that, I am going to get old. I'm going to get old and I don't want my kids or my friend or my family to take care of me when I get old. So that's a scary picture. Every time I think about that, that gives me motivation to go and say to myself, you know what? I need to sleep. I need to get enough sleep. I need to exercise. Even though I don't like it, I try to do it at least 3 times a week. I need to drink my water to keep myself fresh. And I need to actually eat healthy. So if you can eat healthy at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week, versus the whole week eating junk food and eating the food that's not good for you. If you can get 6 and 7 hours of sleep at night, even if 6 nights a week or 5 nights a week, or at least if you can implement 3 times a week, some type of physical activity, even if you don't like it, think of it. Think about that. If you don't do it now, eventually you will need somebody to take care of you. Whether it's a nurse, whether it's your kids, whether it's that. And you don't want to be like that. You want to be independent. You want to do everything on your own till time that you die. Wouldn't that be nice? I've seen people are living till 100 now, and the technology is so advanced now that we can live longer. But don't exercise just because of your look. Because listen, gravity is a bitch. We all get old. You can do 1,000,000 plastic surgery on yourself. But if you don't move your body, but if you don't get enough sleep, but if you don't drink enough water, but if you don't eat healthy food, your interior will deteriorate. And that will leave you with sickness. And when that happens, you always at the doctor, you're always relying on a pill, you're always relying on something or somebody. And you don't want to get to that point. So next time, when you feel unmotivated to go to the gym, or when you feel like I'd rather sit on a couch and watch Netflix and eat a ball of ice cream, or if you wanted to simply not do your exercise, think about the whole picture. Think about your why. Think about that I am going to get old. Think about that. And believe it or not, that works every single time. Even if it does 3 times a week, then you're still a winner. Next one. Why should we be independent emotionally? Now, this is a little tricky. Everybody look at this in a different perspective. And I'm going to share you my perspective, what it is to be independent emotionally. Now, as we grow, as we learn things, we always want love. We want somebody to love us. We want somebody to give us a compliment. We want somebody to tell us we're doing great. And then we wanted to make money. When we make money, we wanted to have a big house, nice car, show our friend that we have this, we have that. But think about it. All of those things that you want is something that has to make you happy. It has to be somebody or something. A lot of people go by material. So their happiness comes from having a big house. Their happiness comes in from having a nice car, lots of jewelry, name brand clothes, name brand purse, shoes. I have to look in a certain way. Or a lot of us waiting for other people to tell us, you're beautiful. You look beautiful today. You look young. I love you. And we put our emotion on those things. And if I take that away from you, if I take all of you material stuff away from you and people that are giving you love and giving you compliment and following you and you rely on your followers on your social media or your likes on your picture, you have nothing. It's very important to tap in within yourself. Find joy, love, peace within yourself first. It don't matter if I have a big house. It don't matter if I have a nice car. It don't matter if I have a name brand material. It don't matter if today I get up and my partner doesn't tell me that I look beautiful or not, or love me or not, or my friends follow me or like my picture on Instagram or Facebook. I still love myself. I still know that I'm a better person. I am grateful for my health, for myself, for my things that I can create. You have to tap into that in order to become independent emotionally. Because a lot of people forget that. A lot of people, I want you to, you know what, this is exercise I want you to do. And when you have a time, write down how much of your emotional satisfaction comes from something or someone. And just write it down. And how much of that is coming from within yourself. And trust me, guys, I learned that in a hard way. Because we want that love. We want people to tell us we look great. We want to have a nice house. We want to have a lot of money. We want to impress people. But in the end of the day, if I take that away from you, you have nothing. And that's why a lot of people go to stress, depression, anxiety, and more importantly, losing their identity because they don't know who they are. If they don't have those little things, they don't know who they are. So it's very important to make yourself a strong, emotionally independent within yourself. Take time. Take time to learn about yourself. Take time to love yourself. Take time to appreciate yourself. Everything else is cherry on top. Final one and the most important one. You have to be independent financially. Boys and girls, this is very important. And again, when we're young, we really don't think of financial. Nobody ever taught us. Even in school, we haven't thought how to manage our money, how to make money, what to spend our money on. So we kind of go on life and doing it and making a mistake and then learning from that. And you know who is notorious for that? Me. I've made a lot of money. I lost a lot of money. Why? Because I didn't know how to manage my money. And that is the most important thing. This is the most important thing in your life that you have to learn. Whether you need somebody's help, whether you need to hire somebody, whether you need to learn it on your own, it's very important to learn in a very young age that you, my dear, have to be financially independent on your own. I learned one thing. It don't matter how broke you are, it don't matter how poor you are, never ask for money. Always ask for opportunity and tell people how to show you to make money and how to manage your money. Because that is last longing. It's almost like teaching somebody how to fish, right? Either you fish and give it to them and they eat it and they're done and they don't know how to catch another fish. Or if you teach somebody how to fish, they're never gonna starve because they know how to fish. It's pretty much like that. So as a young girl, nobody ever taught me how to manage money or how to make money. So I kind of learned on my own and I wanted to share this with you guys. Please guys, don't depend on anybody financially. I don't care what it is. And I'm not saying that you have to go to college. I'm not saying that you have to go to school to make money. You can make money any way, the way that you think is good for you, the way that gives you the dignity and the belief that you have for yourself, and learn how to spend that. Because once you do that, the feeling is unbelievable. So number one, if somebody helped you financially, you will not take that seriously. You know why? Do you know how many times other people bought me stuff and gave it to me? And if it broke, if I throw it away, I didn't really care about it much. You know why? Because I didn't spend money on it. But if I buy something myself and I know how hard I work for that, I keep that so nice and I make sure that it doesn't break, it doesn't make sure it doesn't get lost or anything like that. Why? Because I work so hard for it. So don't be flattered when people are giving you a gift or giving you money or buying you a car or buying you a house. That's not yours. It's somebody else's. The value is nothing. You're not going to value it as much as if you actually go buy your own house, buy your own car, have your own bank account. And for young girls and boys out there that you're going to grow up and you're going to get married and you're going to have a partner in your life, it's very important to be financially independent. Because if God forbid something happened, you have something to fall back onto. You can't always put all your eggs in one basket and rely on your partner's money. And I don't mean this, I don't want you guys to take this in a wrong way, that we're together, our financials supposed to be together. Absolutely. But make sure that you have a skill to know how to make money. So that God forbid, if something does happen, you can take care of yourself. You don't have to rely on your family. You don't have to rely on your friends. You don't have to rely on your coworker or on your boss. It's very important to know that. You have to be independent financially. You need to learn that from a very young age. And if you guys have a kids, you need to teach that to your kids in a very young age because that's the most important thing. And I learned that in a hard way because I worked and I made money and I made a lot of money and I lost it because I didn't know how to manage it. Then I had people that were helping me financially and it didn't mean nothing to me because I became lazy. I was like, all right, well, this person is helping me financially. I'm sorry because I keep pulling my hair. But that's what it is. You need to know how to make money and you need to know how to manage money. Don't ever financially depend on anybody. Because if you do, and if that person goes away, you end up with nothing. You have to start your life from whatever that you have nothing. And sometimes, unfortunately, we start in a late age. And that's what you don't want to do. You want to learn it in a very young age, know how to make money, and know how to manage your money. Have you heard of a lot of people that are making money and they go bankruptcy? And we look at it on TV and we're like, really? Like, he just won a lotto, but he went bankrupt. Or he's making $1 million on this movie, but he or she went bankruptcy. Why? Because they don't know how to manage. They don't know how to manage their money. And they don't teach you this in school. So it's very important to understand that. Learn the skill, make your money, know how to manage your money, and that's how you become independent financially. So these are my 3 tips for you to keep in mind. And remember, being independent financially, emotionally, and physically is the most important thing you can do for yourself. And take time, guys. Take time to make sure you implement. You gotta make sure to take care of your body. You gotta make sure you get enough sleep. You gotta make sure you meditate. You gotta make sure you drink enough water. You gotta make sure that you eat healthy. You gotta make sure that you don't have to be materialistic. You gotta make sure that you don't spend a lot of time on looking who like your picture, how many followers you have. What? Don't depend on emotionally on that. You gotta make sure that you don't have to depend emotionally on people to tell you how great you are. You should know on your own how great you are if you love yourself. And then financially, make sure you're independent, that you can buy whatever you want with your own money. Know how to make money, how to manage your money, and become financially independent. So thank you so much for watching me, guys. Be sure to follow us on other social media. I do write a lot of blog about all the topics that I talk about. So for those of you who want to read, make sure that you go visit my website, valerymolone.com, and be sure to share this video. If you think that somebody is benefiting from this video, please do share this video. Till next time, have a great day.